Hippocrates and other Greek doctors began to study medicine by recording their observations. Hippocrates showed the importance of carefully recording the symptoms and development of an illness. He also pointed out that if systematic approaches to illness were taken, doctors were more likely to find the correct cure. Hippocrates stressed that medical records should be kept for future reference. In aid of this belief, he created the Hippocratic collection. This was a compilation of 70 books that contained detailed lists of symptoms and their treatments. The collection was so influential that it was in use for hundreds of years.
Hippocrates also encouraged doctors to look for natural treatments and explanations through the natural world. One system based upon nature and made popular by Hippocrates was the theory of the four humours.
The theory of the four humours came from the theory of four elements. The ancient Greeks believed that everything in the world was composed of four elements: water, earth, fire, and air. Each of these elements had different qualities that could be easily seen through observation. Fire was hot and dry. Water was cold and wet. Through observation, the Greeks linked these elements to the seasons. For example, fire was linked to summer. Using this information, philosophers began to link the elements and seasons to their patients, and the four humours were established.
The four humours were four bodily fluids that existed within the human body in perfect balance. These were phlegm, blood, yellow bile, and black bile. Philosophers believed that the humours had to be well aligned if the patient was to be healthy. If a person had too much or too little of one humour, they would fall ill.
While this might seem a little silly to us today, it's important to remember that this theory was a huge step forward. It removed the role of religion and the gods in individual illnesses. Before this, many believed that their illnesses were a form of divine punishment. In fact, many Greeks continued to reject Hippocrates' work, choosing instead to believe in Asclepius, the Greek god of medicine.
Hippocrates had a profound impact on the ideas and work of Galien, a famous Roman doctor who travelled from Italy to Greece. Galien emphasized the importance of Hippocratic methods, especially the role of observation in medicine. He used the theory of the four humours to develop his own theory of opposites. Galien believed that a doctor needed to treat an excess of one humour with its exact opposite. For example, if the patient suffered from a fever, he taught that cold treatment should be given, such as ice packs. If the patient was deemed to have an excess of phlegm which was cold and moist, something hot and dry would be prescribed, such as a spoonful of hot pepper. Bleeding or drawing blood from the body was also a popular form of treatment.